There's a photograph. Christmas Day, 1914. British and German soldiers standing together in the middle of a battlefield, smiling, exchanging cigarettes, playing football. The next morning, they went back to their trenches and started killing each other again. That image haunts historians because it reveals something we don't talk about. World War I wasn't supposed to happen. Almost nobody actually wanted it. So, how does an entire generation sleepwalk into the deadliest war humanity had ever seen? Stay with me, because what happened in the summer of 1914 explains something terrifying about how human systems actually work. Let me show you the moment it all went wrong. June 28, 1914, Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand gets shot by a Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. Tragic? Absolutely. But here's the thing that messes with people's heads. This wasn't some massive geopolitical earthquake. The world had seen assassinations before. And honestly, most people didn't even know who Franz Ferdinand was. He wasn't exactly beloved. Some historians think Austria-Hungary was secretly relieved because he wanted to give more rights to Slavic peoples, which the empire hated. So the assassination happens, and then nothing. The world just keeps going. Stock markets stay stable, newspapers move on to other stories. Vacationers keep vacationing. For 3 whole weeks, it looks like this might just fade away, like every other Balkans crisis. But behind closed doors, something else is happening. Austria-Hungary wants to punish Serbia. Not because they're heartbroken about Franz Ferdinand, but because Serbia has been causing problems for years, stirring up nationalism in their territories. This feels like the perfect excuse. But there's a problem. Russia. Russia sees itself as the protector of Slavic peoples, which means if Austria-Hungary attacks Serbia, Russia might step in. And Austria-Hungary knows they can't handle Russia alone. So they go to Germany, July 5th, 1914. Will you back us if this gets ugly? Germany says yes, unconditionally. Historians call it the blank check. And this is the moment everything becomes inevitable, except nobody realizes it yet. Because Austria-Hungary now feels invincible. They draft an ultimatum so extreme it's designed to be rejected. 48 hours to respond, accept all our terms, or we invade. They finally send it on July 23rd. Serbia gets the ultimatum. They actually accept almost everything, which shocks everyone. But they reject one clause about letting Austrian police operate inside Serbia, because that would basically end their sovereignty. Austria-Hungary declares war anyway, July 28th. Now here's where it gets insane. Russia mobilizes to protect Serbia. Not a full declaration of war, just moving troops to the border. A warning shot. Germany panics. See, Germany has been terrified of fighting on 2 fronts for decades. Russia to the east, France to the west. So they have a very specific plan for this exact scenario. It's called the Schlieffen Plan, and it requires speed above everything else. The logic goes like this. Russia is massive, but slow to mobilize. France is smaller, but faster. So knock out France in 6 weeks with a lightning strike and turn around and deal with Russia before they're fully ready. Brilliant, except there's one problem. The fastest route to Paris goes straight through Belgium, and Belgium is neutral, protected by international treaty. A treaty Germany signed. Germany invades Belgium anyway, August 4th, 1914. And Britain, who guaranteed Belgium's neutrality, now has a decision to make. They could ignore the treaty, stay out of this messy continental mess, let Germany and France settle their own problems. But they don't. Britain declares war on Germany. Now here's the part that breaks the entire plan. Belgium fights back. Hard. The Schlieffen Plan depends on Germany sweeping through Belgium in days, but the Belgians blow up bridges, flood fields, turn their countryside into a tactical nightmare. They're vastly outnumbered, but they're defending their homes. Germany gets delayed, just by a week, maybe 2. But that's enough. The French and British have time to mobilize. Time to position their forces. The German advance slows down, bleeds out, and by September, just outside Paris, both sides are completely exhausted. So they dig trenches, just temporary positions, just until they figure out the next move. Those trenches stay there for 4 years. And this is where something absolutely insane starts happening, because now you've got millions of men sitting in ditches stretching 476 miles from the English Channel to Switzerland. No flanks to turn, no way around. Every previous war in history was about movement and maneuver. This was something humanity had never seen before. And the generals had no idea what to do, so they did the only thing they could think of: attack straight forward into machine gun fire. The Battle of the Somme. First day, 19,000 British soldiers killed, nearly 40,000 wounded, for 600 yards of mud. So here's the question that keeps me up at night. Why didn't they just stop?